Hello again, Clarksville amazing educators, teachers, faculty, admin, and anyone else who's joining us today. I'm Rachel Koval. I am fortunate enough to be the dedicated professional development specialist for all of Clarksville District for Imagine Learning products. And I am thrilled that today we get to talk about grading. It is week 5 of our tips and tricks, and grading has finally come up. So let me go ahead and show you a little brief overview. All right, so as you know, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. I do tips and tricks. Excuse me, I tried to blend it together as ticks. I do tips and tricks, and then we spend the rest of the hour diving into whatever questions you might have that have occurred in the past week or beyond. So my information is here. Remember, I'm rachel.koval at imaginelearning.com, and I'm here to help you day and night with any Imagine Learning questions or inquiries or concerns you might have. So as I mentioned, today is grading, or this week is grading. So what we're going to dive into today is first, we're going to look at grading based off of usage, because I've gotten a lot of feedback from you guys that grading based off of usage is something that seems very feasible and very fair right now for your students as you ramp them into their comfortability with the program. Then we're going to look at grading based off of progress. Then we're going to look at IR grading specifically, because if you are a teacher that uses Imagine Reading, you know that Imagine Reading grading looks a little bit different than our other programs. So let's go ahead and pop on over to language and literacy. So I'm on my Imagine Language and Literacy dashboard. I said that the first thing I wanted to look at was grading based off of usage. So I know that if I scroll down here, I can either click into usage, or honestly, what I found really fast and efficient and great for a teacher's schedule was the student weekly snapshot. I know the percentage of weekly usage goal. So I can set my weekly usage goal, and then I can see right here already out of 100% what their score is. So I could just go here. Let's say that I set it for every Tuesday or every Friday, whenever it is. I can go here and their grades are right here for me. So Harlan, 60%. 60, 48, 90, 53, 64, 100, 0, and it's right there for me out of 100. Another thing I could do for usage would be to drill into the usage up here. And then, of course, I could set my time period. So maybe I want to give them a usage goal only once a month. Maybe every week is too much for me as a teacher. I have too much on my plate, and this is more feasible. Or maybe I want to give them a big usage score, almost like a progress score for their usage over the whole quarter, to give them a chance to catch up to a usage goal. Whatever I want, I can set my time period here. And remember, you can also customize it to whatever you need. If I scroll down, you can also see average weekly usage, current weekly goal, and average percentage of current weekly goal. So I get even more information there. All right, let's go to Imagine Math and look at their usage. So if I was on the regular home screen, this is my regular dashboard for Imagine Math. I go over here to reports on the left and click usage. That's how I got here. And I can see again, I can do custom last 7 days, year to date. And again, I can see the average total math time. So maybe I'll give them a goal. What I really want to show you, if I was giving a grade, I know my students. I know what I want to give them a grade on. If this right here, the average usage during school time, average home time, so maybe I'm giving a homework grade, and their homework grade is just 20 active minutes a week. So then I can go here and see if they achieved it or not. Let's say I didn't want to do those metrics. Please remember, I'm going to show you that again. I'm clicking on this right here, this little grid symbol, and I can customize my table columns. So what do I want to know? What would I like to grade my students on? Would I like to look at their pre-quiz, post-quiz score? Do I want to look at their tokens earned, average lesson pass rate? And I can see that the ones that are checked here are the ones that I currently see. So just remember that you can update your columns to be whatever you would like and what works for your kids. You know what you need to do to motivate them. and get an idea of how well they're doing. So that would be usage, right? The next thing I told you was we could look at progress. So let's hop back to Imagine Language Literacy. And let's hop back to my 3rd grade class. So for progress, all right, if I drill into progress up here, I could, excuse me, whoop, and again, I can see oral vocabulary, grammar, I can filter. If I want to look at progress, I can see how many of the lessons that they've completed. I can drill in and see the lessons passed and completed if I want to use that for some kind of grade. Or honestly, my favorite thing, let's go back again. Guys, for Imagine Language and Literacy, I can't emphasize enough how much the Student Weekly Snapshot really helps you. So I see lessons passed out of lessons completed. That is a really quick division problem for me as a teacher to get a grade. So you pass 2 out of 4 of your lessons this week, 50%. Janice, 2 out of 2, 100%. So I can also do something like that if I want to do a lessons passed grade. Now, if I go to Imagine Math, I can go to their mastery report. And I can start seeing, oh, well, this is by standards. I can see group by students. Excuse me, that's what I should have done. All right, so then I can see for each student, Lily, Kate's story, Darlene, Lily, Nicholas, Kate, Estella story. What wonderful fake demo student names we have, right? Very colorful. So I can see the standards that they're failing, struggling with, and passing. So I could give them a score for the number of passing standards they have, perhaps. Or if I want to drill into student progress, I can also find out more here, right? Okay, so the last thing I told you I wanted to look at was Imagine Reading. Why? Because we know Imagine Reading is different from our other products, because you are sending them into specific units and texts that you want them to explore, and then you're helping with the grading by using our simple short answer rubrics where you're going to give them 0, 1, or 2 points to give them a grade. So if I go to my dashboard, I see my grading that needs to be done. Units in progress, daily usage, weekly usage, student performance, right? So average passage score, passage completed, total usage. So many things I could use for a grade here. Again, you are the teacher, you know what's best. Do you want them to focus on minutes on the program and usage? Do you want to give them an accuracy score for a certain text? Whatever you think is the best way to determine their mastery and give them a fair score. Same thing here. You could look at their average written response score. That could be a grade. Anything like this. And also, please remember that you can print out these reports and have all of that there for you. I'm going to cancel. And again, I'll bring you back up in case printing, I didn't highlight printing before. You can print, let's go into progress. You can print this out on Imagine Math. You can absolutely print out reports, excuse me. So let's go to student progress. For usage. And I can print out, remember where I changed this grid right here? I can make my grid exactly what I want. Should not have done that. Oh, Lord. Okay. It looks like I accidentally clicked on something, but the last thing I wanted to show you guys was that screen where you can change what's in the Imagine Math columns and then print those out as well. So please remember, I'll go back. So please remember that Imagine Reading grading, you are a part of it. You short response answers. The automatically graded comprehension checks will be there for you to look at. And then remember, we went over grading based off of progress and grading based off of usage. So you have lots of you have lots of decisions to make based off of what you think is best and how you want to motivate your students, whether you want it to be time on the program or whether you want it to be that mastery score. So do what you know is best. And thank you for tuning in for our grading tips and tricks this week. I'm going to stay on for the next hour, and you guys can ask me or tell me anything that comes to mind with Imagine Learning. Thank you for stopping by.